hello there, as I learn how to make everything happen. Hello, we are doing something a little bit different today. We are going to do something that I've needed to do for a really long time. I have trouble with a thing called tabs. Now, I I don't know if this is something that anyone else does, but it's kind of how my brain operates. Basically, hey everyone. Um I'm giving you a little bit of insight into my psyche today. I have been unable to open my personal Google Chrome profile for like 2 months, maybe longer. Because I tend to open a new tab every time I think I might want to do something, and that means that I have too many tabs. And you might think, that's impossible. Amy, you can't possibly have too many tabs open. And to that I say, it took me 2 restarts and a couple like Hail Marys to make my computer actually start. So, today we're gonna go through all of my old tabs, and they might be a month old, they might be a couple months old, they might be, I don't know when we get to the end. Just to see if I actually still want to watch that video, if we want to watch that video. Bye. We're gonna see if I want to watch that video, if we want to watch that video, just kind of going through it so that my computer can actually function. Because it hasn't been recently. So, welcome to Amy's brain is 10 million tabs. So, did you know that you can actually max out the amount of tabs on any profile? You can. Um, I have maxed out tabs on a Google Chrome profile, on my phone in multiple tab options. I'm giving you a very big insight into me as a person. I'm being very vulnerable right now. Right? So, things have evolved where you can kind of turn off how much RAM your tabs are using. You can make tab islands. I am not that person yet. One day I hope to be that person, but instead I'm going to give you a little bit of a insight into you can't see my browser history. We're just going to go through tabs. You can judge me as much as you want based on these tab options, but I just wanted to tell you that we're gonna, you know, go through it. Listen, judge me. It's okay. It's okay if you judge me. I judge me. But hopefully you discover some really interesting new YouTube videos or YouTubers that you want to watch, because not gonna lie, these are like 99% tabs of YouTube videos because I have refused to use a watch later list. I know that's what you do. I refuse to do it. Listen, I respect your opinion. I respect, the careful critique of me as a person, but I think it will be fun. Now, hold on to whatever you have available because I'm going to switch tabs or switch cameras here so that you can see what it is. But just as Samuel L. Jackson said, hold on to your butts. So we're going to go over here. This is lovely Lorify music because I needed something in the background and Lorify was really well available. But you can kind of see up there the kind of tabs that we're talking about. And not gonna lie, that's not the end of the tabs. That is just where the tabs cut off on screen. So let's have fun and just kind of go through it together. I'm gonna pause Lorify. You can let me know how the audio is for the tabs that we're gonna watch. Yeah. This is what my brain looks like on a daily basis. I don't know what's in here anymore. They're all of videos or like channels that I was like, I'm in the mood for this. Gonna go back to this later. um, Listen, I watch a lot of YouTube. It's probably my main source of entertainment, but I also tend to watch it in like different places. So like on the computer, on the TV, on my phone. Some of these I might have already seen, but just didn't get to them on this device. How many windows do I usually have open? So I usually only have one open for my personal use. If I'm working, I operate on like a 4 window basis. So, not with this many tabs, though, because I was struggling to open this Chrome browser, my other ones got overloaded. But usually I have like 4 windows open for different uses. Like, did you not see the name of this stream? It's called I Have a Problem. And we're gonna go through that together. So, Mike, I have. How real do I want to be with you today? Because I have broken a couple computers with my ability to tab. I, so in the height of my Tumblr era, I had so many tabs of Tumblr open that loading a GIF crashed my graphics card. So, like, yes, I know I have a huge problem. That being said, we're here to solve that problem today and see how it goes. Let's see. Do we want to make any guesses about what this first video is going to be? Again, I at earliest that these will be from is like 2 months ago, maybe 3. Just because I have struggled to open this browser and just I was saving it through this because I thought it would be fun. Um, oh, thank you. My hair is doing something today, so we are Wednesday Adams today. I I tend to wear my hair down for videos, but not at home because my hair is the longest it's been in years and I can't. Like I can't with it. But all right. What are we going to find? I don't know what you watch, but we'll get to see what I watch and see how it goes. Also, I love that I did show you a couple of my random top bars stuff, and one of them is all pink shiny Pokemon. Because of course, that's what you have in your favorites bar is all pink a link to all pink shiny Pokemon. No. No pimple popping. We're I can do so much. I can go through some of the worst horror movies. Can't do that. Can't do that. Icky. All right. So for number 1, ooh, this is Lena. So Lena is a UK blogger who does fashion not conservation, but she does a lot of different types of ways to be more eco-friendly when you still love fashion and stuff. This is her. I love her stuff. I've watched her for years. She's from the UK. Ooh.
Goes without saying that the news is awful right now. I mean, the news is by design awful,
Oh.
but
When is this from? Oh, yep, there you go. That's as early as we're gonna get, friends. We are at 2 months ago. So everything is broken and how to fix it. What is the actuality of this video? Let's see.
many times they have been on time versus how many times they have been late. And then you can see from a distance whether that is a reliable bus that you might want to consider getting in the future. And maybe there could also be like little abacuses on bus stops where people walk.
Let's see.
I bloody love a walking tour, and I generally do them.
So this is basically a video about her ideas on how we can make the world a little better. She has a whole You can't hear it? Why? Come on, desktop audio.
Taylor Swift.
I might have to turn it up here. Let's see. It shows me audio's playing.
Climate change seem a little bit at odds.
Can you hear it
Made a
now?
whole video talking about that. However, what if there was
Echoing and Vigo. Okay, see, this is the things that we're solving. I need to grab my headphones. Maybe. Give me 1 sec. I'm learning as we go. Window capture, mic audio. All right. So we will plug in this, which should help. Yeah, her video is quiet, but it's quiet for me too, and I have my audio like as up as I can.
like a no Swifties on a dead planet club night, like around
see,
the
if
world,
I
because
turn
I
my
feel like
audio up.
Taylor Swift does not respond very well to criticism and negativity, but she does respond really well to Swifties asking things of her, like politely and nicely and having ideas.
I
So they came up with
accidentally
friendship
sped
break
her
and
up.
and now it's like
I'm
a whole
so
part of the brand that's really
sorry.
appreciative of it. So what we had, no Swifties on the dead planet night, or something like that, and everybody. Another problem is the fast fashion that was created by the Eras
Okay,
tour that
yeah,
went on for
this
2
is a lovely thing about all the different ways that we can make our world better. She has a book that's called like Half Arse Human. That's all about the better ways to be a person. I'm just worried that her video is quiet and we're gonna blast your eardrums in a second.
2 years, and everybody was specially made or bought idea. This has nothing to do with the climate. You might be relieved to hear.
She also
Okay,
does a
I'm
lot of
creating-
things like making her own clothes and, having her own she had like a no buy year where she made all of her new clothes, which is really fun. So I think that that's good for that. I don't think it's a super exciting video for us to watch. So let's see what else we got here. Oh, hello. Sorry. Oh, Smosh.
Hello, welcome to Smosh Mouth. I'm Shane.
Ah,
And I'm
yes.
Amanda, and we have a very special guest with us today, Arasha.
And I'm
Ooh.
Rasha. That's how you guys
That
said
was
your name.
gorgeous.
Oh,
That's-
thank
That
you.
is the proper pronunciation of your name.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
you
think
gotta
I
let
said
me
it
know
the
how
same.
the audio's
What
going
is
for
it?
you.
And I'm Rasha.
But
that's what
this
half
is
the-
a
That's
Smosh Mouth. Let's see. What is their thing for today? Who was the most competitive at Smosh? This is back when they first like announced their new set, which I think is gorgeous. I think it's funny, though the FNAF haunts me to this day.
You have to say it.
Saying it any way other than that.
You have to say it smooth and velvet.
I'm a Rasha.
I'm a Rasha. Although I feel like, I feel like I have to very clearly
Right?
say, like, I
So
am
sometimes when I
a
review
Rasha.
I'm
for
Rasha.
work,
'Cause
when
people are
I
always like, "Oh,
have
Rasha?"
to
Or-
when I have to review a video of mine for like the 5th time, I start slowly turning up the speed because I can't deal with it. Ah, yes. Do I come across as the Smosh
They
fan?
go, Marsha.
I love
Marsha
Smosh.
Marsha.
is a
They're
no.
Yeah, they take the
amazing.
M from
They
I'm
do
Marasha.
such great
They're like,
work.
Oh,
Never
Marasha.
in my life.
Do you watch
Oh,
baseball?
weird.
So when I brought H to the Red Sox game for his first time, I used to go all the time as a kid.
Oh,
I-
it's back around the
Okay,
Super
because right now,
Bowl.
As
And
of
we
recording
know,
this-
like-
as of recording this, the AFC and NFC championships haven't
Oh,
happened. So there's 4 teams.
I wish I
Okay.
could talk
So
faster.
the semifinals are this weekend.
Because I know who won last year.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're
Because
talking
this-
about baseball, doing all that kind of stuff, which is interesting. We're not going to play their ad spawn because no one's paying me for this. But yeah, that's fun. I don't think I actually watched this full video. I think I saved it. I'm behind on a bunch of their podcast episodes, though I did watch the most recent one with Bob the Drag Queen. And Bob is one of my favorites from Drag Race. I am a huge Drag Race fan. And the fact that he was on that and they got to talk to him about that and the traders and his new book, I'm just insanely jealous. I would love for that to happen. But I think I'm going to say we're going to pass. Are we? It's like, it's not smash or pass for each video that we pull up, but it's like pass or whatever the equivalent of that is. Watch? But like that doesn't have the same ring to it. We can find a different name. But I think I'm going to pass on this one because I can go back and find it whenever. And I also have the ability to listen to it as a podcast on there. Yes, I highly recommend you tune in to the Assumptions episode that's coming out tomorrow on the Anthony Padilla channel. We filmed that a few months ago or like a month ago. What is time? We filmed it like last month in March and everyone was here in LA. It was super fun. And it's not often we all get to be in the same spot. And we got to meet Trevor, who's our host for that episode, and he was like insanely nice. And I highly recommend you watch it. Hopefully you like our answers to assumptions, and we surprised you a little bit. I'm really excited for it. Slaps or pass? How do we slaps a video? We slaps the watch button? Is that how we do it? We just go, yes, we're gonna slaps that watch button. Pass or play? Okay, that works very well. We'll do a pass or play. We don't have to watch the entire video here today, but we can know that I'll save it. And if you guys want to vote in the chat about whether or not you think we should pass on it or play it, like, we can watch what you want to watch. But this one is like an hour and 14 minutes long, so we're going to pass on it today. Let's see. Because we have so many tabs to go. I'm a little nervous. We might not get through all of them.
I'm mostly going to take the opportunity in these wrap-ups to tell you about the books that I haven't already talked about in video.
This is Books and Lala. She is a booktuber, and if you did not know, I really, really like reading and books. So she is actually my favorite booktuber of the moment, and she lives in Canada. She does all these different fun types of videos about what she's reading, mainly thriller, horror, that kind of thing, which aligns greatly with me. And I highly recommend it if you like that kind of content. She has like a book club and everything. I really enjoy her recommendations, which were, if I turn this up a speed, we're going to play this for a second. I think I've seen this one because, in all honesty, if we were going to talk about the YouTubers I watched the most, she's probably on that list because I just find her content insanely relaxing, and it is such a good thing to put on in the background and just kind of vibe to. I really enjoyed, she has a series about guessing people's favorites just based on their other favorites, and I love it so much.
So this month there's 4 of them. Thank goodness I have enough to actually make this video make sense.
Let's see.
And sci-fi, then a couple other things
Data,
in there. Okay, let's get into the
stats,
4 books that I
A
haven't
Woman
talked
After
about
My
yet.
Own
And they're all
Heart.
short. Interesting. One of them I don't have.
Let's see.
I could
What
not
of these have
justify
I read?
spending $50 on this 200-page book. But
I
I can
haven't
talk
read that
about the
one.
unit
Let's see.
and
She
not,
reads a
you know,
lot
come
of
up with them in my own head.
interesting
Adrift
and
Currents,
folk
Keeping Clear by Sean
stuff.
McGuire.
Also,
This is the 10th book.
yes. So, lately I was reading a thriller novel that was called You're Fatally Invited. It was actually a book club pick for her because we have very common reading tastes, and I get a lot of recommendations from this channel. This, the Wayward Children series, which is this one right here, is actually like one of my favorite series. It's basically what happens after kids go through like the whole to a different universe. So Alice in Wonderland, Narnia, even like Fushigi Yugi would be considered something like that. It's like the portal fantasy where you go from one reality to a different one. This series is a bunch of novellas, so they're all really short. They're all under 300 pages. Most of them are probably like around 200, and it's so good. Like, I love it. There are some that are stronger than others, and they all follow different kids. So, like, take that as you will, but I really, really like it. I still have to read this one. I haven't gotten to it because I have a lot going on, and thus my reading is slow, but there. But this is actually, I have this on hold for Libby, which is the library reading app where if you have a library card, yes, indeed. But if you have a library card, this is a great, like Libby is a great option for you. I like supporting libraries, and I have made a promise to myself where I don't buy books until I've read them and know it's something I either really want to see on my bookshelf or something that I think I'll read again. But this series, so good. I love it.
Wayward Children series.
What
and
else is
it was
she
a really interesting
reading?
time. The Woodward Wall series, it felt a lot
Ooh,
like,
interesting.
you know, Scream at their church. So they just ends up in this magical bargaining she has to do. She doesn't want to get tricked by
Oh, I
anybody.
haven't read
and
that
she's
one
on a
yet. Let's
memory
see.
until the broadcast gods decided, and Roger Craig and Marcus Allen. Like,
So Tanashi Colts, which is the book that she's holding there, has a lot of really good ones. Americana, that was like their first novel that went really big, is a
The
really
internet
great one.
where you could just rewatch something whenever you wanted. So though I don't know who any of these people he's talking about here are, Earl.
Let's see. Can I create a new poll? Ooh. So I'm actually to be able to see stuff on everyone, like that everyone is doing. I do have like a different chat screen pulled up here, but let me see if I can do that. Let's see. Multi-stream options. There's I don't have a tab for Twitch open on the screen just because it's, you know, a hard thing to do. Let's see. Ooh. Pulled up here, but let me turn down my own volume. Let me see if I can do a poll. I might not. Let's see. I can do followers only chats. I don't necessarily know if I can do a poll. We'll do it next time, but if you want, you can vote in chat and we'll do it that way and just kind of let me know. Unfortunately, because of how much of my computer is used to open these tabs, I'm afraid of opening a new tab for Twitch, and my phone is not letting me do it. So we're gonna operate on an old school basis. We're going like vintage, old school. You have to tell me what you think kind of way. And we'll go from there.
Campbell and Eric Dickerson and Roger Craig and Marcus Allen. Things
The
were happening.
shade.
The fact that, like, I'm reading this, passion other people had for his work, but
yes. Okay. So yeah, Tanashi Coates is a really great person. If you want to read stuff that's really hard hitting, they do not mince their words, so their words are beautiful. Can I do poll? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I can yet. Or if I can, open. Skip tutorial. Let's see. It's so interesting to see Amy learn how to use Twitch, huh? That's its own thing. Let's see. I will do my best. But listen, I only have until 6, so if we're going to get through even like a third of these tabs, I gotta go super fast, y'all. How many books is in my DNF? My DNF pile? A decent amount, though again, I read mainly through the library app, so I don't tend to have like a ton on hand. They're just the notices of this book went back to the library because you did not open it and did not finish it, which is my vice. I love the idea of some stories, and then I'm just like, I'll wait and read them later. Hence, tabs. Yep, looks like I cannot. We are on our journey to affiliate. If you want to invite people to participate in this journey, which is getting the right amount of followers, streaming the right amount of time, and streaming on the right amount of days. We're close. We're very close. I think I have like 1 or 2 more days to go before I can actually do it. But we're getting there, friends. We're getting there. All right. Highly recommend Books and Lala. I feel like we're going to see her again, but we're going to go on to the next one. But that would be a play for me. Like, I would play that video. Let's see. Ah!
We're just light years ahead.
Dochi! I love her. Oh my gosh, I love her. All right. So this is from the Grammys. This is her Get Ready With Me for the Grammys. I'm a fashion girly. What can I say?
It's the Swamp Princess.
And she is
Dochi,
also from Florida.
Today is a very exciting day.
She is a rapper from Florida. I am obsessed. I am so obsessed with Dochi, like constantly on my playlists. I have watched her Tiny Desk concert so many times. I think she is insanely talented, and she is turning looks at every event she goes to. This, like, girl. Yes, the VOD is going to be muted. That's why we're kind of pausing, so that you can't. But she one of the reasons I watched the Grammys this year was because I really, really wanted to see her performance. And she was one of my frontrunners for, I believe she was up for Best Rap Album and Best New Artist. And she won one of those. And her performance was like a mix of I think it wasn't Catfish, but it was Denial is a River, and it might have been Boiled Peanuts. I might be getting it confused with the Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon performance, but it was real good, y'all. It's so fun. Highly recommend it. Her EP for Oh the Places You'll Go is also a banger. I don't mind. Let's do a quick. Oh, so okay.
With the story.
This look. So this was like her other red carpet look. I want to see if I can find. Yeah, so it was basically this outfit, okay, right? I get it. It's not for everyone. I didn't think it was for me. But, okay, then I went and I love doing this series of reels where I compare outfits to Pokemon, and I found the perfect Pokemon for this. I found Stonejourner, and suddenly, I love this outfit. And suddenly, camera drift. I might have to get a new camera, friends. But suddenly I loved this outfit, and suddenly I loved Stonejourner, and I want a plush of them. I just like I can't get over it. Her style, at least like in a lot of the things that she does for her performances, is very like edgy preppy, where it takes a lot of these like very preppy, very put together, very like collegiate types of styles and mixes them with these extreme angles or unique cuts. So in the other one, it had the corset cut that cut into the button-down shirt. I really like it. It's not something I would ever wear. I'm not very preppy. I'm not very like structured in that way. I tend to prefer a lot more whimsy in my looks, though like every once in a while I'm down for some structure. But this on her was so good. And look at those shoes. Okay, we're turning off captions. Look at those shoes. Look at that. Like it's so fun. Oh, I didn't even notice it has the little dachshund here. But these are so good. A++ shoes. And like she's just a gorgeous lady, extremely talented, extremely confident. The hair crown, love it so much. I highly recommend you go watch her Grammy performance, and her Tiny Desk concert is epic. So yes, this would be a play.
Works very
Hank
basically.
Green.
A product is
We love
coming
Hank Green.
into the U.S. from somewhere else, and it may be that the person buying that product from somewhere else has to pay a special tax on that called a tariff, because the U.S. government would prefer they.
The tariff conversation. This was a video that came out very close to when we did our episode on how tariffs are going to make your clothes more expensive. But this was about how Shein came to be from Hank Green's point of view. And I love the Green Brothers. I have watched them forever, at least since I've been on YouTube, like been watching YouTube. This is one of the first channels I ever subscribed to was the Vlog Brothers, and it was way back when they were still doing their like actual A to B conversations, like letters. I watched them because I was sick one day, and then I learned that their parents, like one of the videos that I watched, and I would have to go back to find it, but basically like they vlogged from one of their parents' house, and their parents lived in Florida because they retired there or whatever reason. I recognized the street. That is how close where I grew up was to where they were vlogging from. And it blew my mind, and I was like, why are you in my hometown that no one knows? And I felt very much like the eyes of the world turned on to me, like, people know about this place. People are from this place. And so ever since then, I was like, a comrade in arms and have watched them, not religiously, but like whenever they talk about something that's interesting to me, I'm down for it. I went to see Hank Green's comedy tour when it came here to Glendale, California. Uh, oh, don't even get me started. I don't know if I can handle that. But yeah, I highly recommend our episode on why your clothes are going to be so expensive in 2025. It's very illuminating, is all I am allowed to say. But this is a really great video to watch. I did watch this, I think, on my TV or in a different tab somewhere else. So I have seen this, but I highly recommend watching that video. It's very interesting. Let's see. Will it load? Ah!
Make it loud for the very funny Josh Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Okay. So this is Josh Johnson. If you watch The Daily Show, this is him. Here, let me find where his set starts. We're going to go to where the spike is. Where do they spike in?
Could have hired one of them to drive. That's crazy. Why didn't y'all give him a ride? He also left, and then they be going as a white man in the Hamptons. To get pulled over. Because I was reading the story, and this man gets pulled over, and then I guess his friends noticed that he left or whatever, so then they also left, and then they saw him getting pulled over, so they pulled up, and they were trying to, like, beg the cop to cut him a break. They're like, you know, he's I don't know if he was close to home, but they were, like, making excuses for him. And in my head, even in that moment, I was like, why didn't y'all give him a ride? Like, that's... Justin Timberlake is so rich. How do you have all that money and you don't have a driver?
All right, so this came out around the time of Justin Timberlake doing the This Is Gonna Ruin the World tour. I love Josh Johnson. So he is a correspondent, well, not a correspondent, but like one of the correspondents on The Daily Show. And he is epically funny. I don't know why, but I find him so charismatic and I really, really like him. He has a ton of stand-up specials on his YouTube channel here, Josh Johnson. And I put them on whenever I'm, getting ready for the day, or if I'm cleaning, or if I'm like doing a writing sprint and just need something where I can listen to it, but I don't necessarily have to see it. Hi, Dougie Plays. I highly recommend. He is so funny. He is like so funny.
That's crazy. That's so irresponsible. You got all the NSYNC money. Could have hired one of them to drive. I was reading the story. It was heartbreaking. Not even as a, I don't know what's happening. I truly don't. I truly have no idea. But like, that shit sound like an attack.
All right. It's one thing for me to find it funny, but I highly recommend watching some of his stand-up specials. So as someone who was not deep into the Drake and Kendrick Lamar stuff that went down, he has a bunch of great stand-up specials about that. That was really fun, and he is very political. He does work for The Daily Show, but he is an all-time favorite. And I am on the wait list to try to go to one of his LA shows whenever he comes back around. He tends to stick to the other side of the country, but eventually it will come back. I need to do like an episode on why guy comedians have like their signature hoodie, because so many of them do, including Josh Johnson. It's like, what hold does this hoodie have on you, sir? It's your uniform. But that's a play. I highly recommend watching him. Let's see what's next. I feel like something here is going to be something I don't want you to know I watched.
I get the most, other than
Simone Gertz. She is a inventor, a maker. She made the Tesla truck before everything went down. Hi. Thank you so much for hanging out. She makes so many things. I actually wanted her to participate in our fashion show at one point, just because like she makes such cool stuff. Like she has a screwdriver ring, which I believe is what this video is about, and like the difficulties in making a screwdriver ring. Yeah. So this is the one she made. I want this so bad. She has like so many really unique things, and I love making things. And so she is like inspiration for me
and
about
really
the cool
easy,
things that you can
dare
make.
I say, enjoyable even. So I wanted to see what else I could do, and I thought I should make a website for my foster dog, Tobin. He is the sweetest. All he wants is to cuddle with. At some other point, we realized that if we're making a screwdriver ring, we should also make a screw ring to go with it. So now we have 2 rings that we're working on.
That's so
Ideally,
fun.
what happens is that the design stabilizes over time, and eventually you get to a point where you're like, of course that's the way it should look. Why was I such an idiot and didn't realize that from the start? But you're not an idiot. That is just how design happens.
Do you guys like making things? Just like, I find it so cool. I've never done 3D modeling on computers, and it's something I really want to test out, but I just like, I love the things she does. Like the idea of having your house have a workshop where you can just build these things is so cool. Like I can't even express to you how much like that
It's
is
like
my dream.
a room filled with fog, and the only way to clear it is to flail around for a bit. Drivers are made on a lathe, but you can't do that if it's attached to a ring. So we ended up needing to use a CNC to make each ring, which then brings a bunch of other issues because the bits that you're using are all gonna have a diameter. So getting really tight corners in a hard material like stainless steel is tricky. And as for the screw ring, the slots are so small that you can't get a CNC bit in there. So we ended up using a process called die sinking EDM, or electrode discharge machining. Basically, you take a copper electrode the shape of your recess, and you slowly sink it into the ring underwater by passing current through it. This makes the target material erode away in the shape of your electrode, so it allows you to make recesses that would be really difficult to create in any other way. For
the fact that you can use water to make the shape of a ring is just so cool. I can't even. I've never done jewelry making, but one of the things that I really want to try in my life, and I've tried to find different classes nearby where I live, I really, really, really want to take a welding class. I've always wanted to be able to make like swords, axes, jewelry, or like, you know, large scale goals here, right? Large scale goals. I really want to make these like giant sculptures of, one sec. Go here. Whoa. So like one really, really big goal of mine is that I want to be able to make these like really big metal sculptures of scrap metal. I just find it so cool. And like maybe in my heart my dream is just to be Iron Man in the cave with the box of scraps, but like the idea of taking these like recycled metal pieces and being able to form them into these gigantic sculptures that can just exist in either a museum exhibit, like outside in a park or something is just really cool to me. And I have just like such an urge to make like a giant shark you can walk into, or at least like crawl into, and it be like this whole experience. So she appeals to that side of my brain. Highly recommend it. Obviously, I finished watching this video because I did like it, which you can see down here. So play. This is definitely a play. Ooh, I love a boot chain. I love a boot. I am down to make accessories first, you know, start small. I tend to have the audacity gene, which is the audacity to think that you can do all of these things you've never done before. But hey, that got me where I'm at now, looking at YouTube videos with you guys and exposing myself online. Yeah. Next up. What?
The most spectacular.
It keeps scaring me when it flashes for a second because my heart is going, my computer is going to crash. My computer is going to crash. This is Dan Murrell. I got to meet him at Matt's retirement party. So there was a retirement party, which was one of the like 7 million goodbyes. And one of them had Dan Murrell, and he was super sweet. I don't think he thought I would know who he is. And I was just like, no, I've seen your videos. I really, really enjoyed them. He has a countdown of like the most the most A24 of A24 movies. Excuse me. He has a countdown of basically like ranking how A24 is an A24 movie. Love stuff like that. And he is just super sweet. And I know him mainly from this, but I know he used to be on like movie battles and all of that. So hell yes, I do have vidIQ. It was helpful, especially before YouTube had its own fast forward feature. So, you know, I still highly recommend. It does give you good information. Like this. If you ever wanted to know how people's here's a quick tip. If you ever want to know how people's YouTube videos do, this little thing comes from a little application called vidIQ, and it will give you a ton of insight into other people's data. Because if you're like me and you're hella nosy, it's a fun thing to know. But no, this is such a cool guy. If you like movies, I don't watch a ton of content around movies, but you might get to see a couple of the other ones. I don't want to spoil things for you, but I don't think that I would finish this one. This is about the rise and fall of Emilia Perez. I don't know if that's a play or a pass for you, but for me, I'm a little tired of the conversation around Emilia Perez. People went really hard for everything around that movie, good or bad. And it was one of those things where I'm like, you know, I think people are just happy being upset. And I'm gonna let the people who are more knowledgeable in this area have this conversation and go over here and enjoy my other stuff. The movie was fine. At least like when it came to the parts that I liked about it. Right? Big line on graph go brrr, brrr. All right. I feel like this is a different side. Let's see. So that's a pass for me right now. Not because it's not a good video, but because the conversation's a lot for me.
Today's video is sponsored by Rocket
No,
Money.
it's not. We are not sponsored by Rocket Money. Do not lie to me. Who is this? Oh, Tiffany Ferg. She does a lot of really good video essays. They tend to be about different hot topics in the lifestyle-esque space, the TikTok space, and things like that. Which one is this one? This is the truth about family vlogging and the kids themselves. Ugh. So I think it's a really good topic. I think for where I am feeling like watching stuff, I think this is a play when you're in the right headspace to go deep into a topic involving, you know, content made around kids with kids. And that's not where I'm at right now. But I highly recommend Internet Analysis, which is her series of talking about these internet trends. I don't think it's for me right now. There's enough serious stuff going around. No, we're not sponsored by Rocket Money. We will pass.
Ugly is wrong.
Interesting.
It's shameful. It's humiliating and pitiable and disgusting. But help is out there.
Now, if you start to notice when you make lines like...
This is Rowan Ellis, who does a lot of queer commentary on movies, ideas, pop culture, things like that. One, her hair. Now, I know that this is a whole thing about the legacy of makeovers in early 2000s movies, which is actually a topic that we're looking to cover in not as serious of a manner over on Style Theory in the future. So ideally you'll see that in the next few months. But I wish I could get my hair like that. Look at that hair. That hair is so gorgeous. I love Rowan. She does so much really, really good analysis of different things. and I've watched her for years. Plus, like, the aesthetics of this, just the colorful. If I was a more colorful person, I feel like we would have very similar aesthetics. But
The ugliness is
I highly recommend her stuff. One day I will get my own sponsorship. We'll get there. Yes, I highly recommend her. Her videos are long. She doesn't do them like as often as a lot of people do, but
worthy.
Some guy said no one would ever love me because of my yellow dolphin teeth.
Unworthy of confidence, unworthy of respect,
I love that.
unworthy of kindness.
My question to you is, why do you think that you're so bothered by a stranger's appearance on the internet?
The obsession and shame around ugliness that we now have can be traced back to the makeover shows of the 2000s, where we were taught that being ugly wasn't just undesirable, it was unforgivable.
What is it going to take for you to make that
That
change?
beauty isn't just a personal goal, but a social duty. What if the real makeover was happening to us? Warping and controlling not just our bodies, but our minds.
Because I chose not to wear foundation today doesn't mean I need your full skincare routine.
Transforming our perceptions of beauty and ugliness themselves.
No, you are orange.
This is how 2000s TV made being ugly the ultimate sin, and why we are still paying the price.
So this is definitely a play. I can, especially for the ones that I haven't seen yet. I might be exposing myself again. New playlist. This is going to be Chat Said Let's Play. It's going to be private for right. Well, no, here, I'll make it public. And I can post a link to it when this VOD goes up. So from now on, if we say play, I'll add it to this playlist. And if you decide that you want to actually see the entirety of the video, you can go back and see it. I can try to remember to go back to do the other ones, but we only have gone through a couple, so we'll do it from here. Yeah, highly recommend her stuff. She has a lot of amazing videos. I know she just came out with like a poster that's like a bunch of queer media that's really pretty and is like an homage to queer cinema. So highly recommend it, and highly recommend checking her out if you like long form video essays that are really well written and really put together, and also immaculate vibes. Very much a fan of Rowan. Let's see. Next up on this, some of my things will not be that smart.
Internet recipes suck.
Hey!
Like, to get to the recipe, you need to scroll past the personal essay and 12 pop-ups. It's a lot. Why don't we fix this?
Thank you to Hostinger for sponsoring this video, and to our patrons for supporting the channel.
I've come to you today.
Answer in progress. Highly recommend again. Answer in progress is actually pretty similar to some of the videos that we make over in like the day job era, but they are just so fun. I also just really enjoy their personalities and their group dynamic. And so I find it really fun, and they do a lot of stuff that like I wouldn't think to cover.
With a proposal that rivals lasagna. So you look up a recipe online, countless personal memoirs before you can get to the recipe. For example, shortly after the attacks of September 9/11.
I was gonna say something, but she really got me there. Okay.
All of this will no longer be a problem thanks to Answer in Progress's Recipe Cleaner. Are you guys impressed yet?
No, what is it?
Lasagna recipe. 3,000 reviews, 5 stars.
Listen, sponsors love me. We will eventually get there. Though I will say we do have a sponsor on this weekend's episode, and I'm really excited about it. Like, no lie, really excited about it. I know it's like not about me, but I felt really seen. So
describe it, but
I love her also. All three of them are amazing. I tend to gravitate towards the two women who do these videos just because they cover more topics that I tend to really like. But Answer in Progress is always a play, so we're going to add that to our playlist.
It doesn't.
Whoops, if you can't describe it, it can't be that important.
I accidentally went full screen. They are amazing. I highly recommend them. Whoa, what's the spike? Listen, dirty secret. I love going to the spike to see what it is that people like.
Equivalent of one of those commenters on an Arts in Progress video being like, real video starts at 3 minutes and 40 when she says the thing. No! I actually only came here to learn the facts of the matter.
I'm willing to admit that the theft of intellectual property isn't good. You could quote me on that. And I'm also willing to admit that acknowledgement of cultural histories and artistic endeavors also important. You can quote me on that. I do stand by the fact that the tips and tricks are a useless waste of time.
Well, I like that the spike from the viewers on this video was calling out them about how they comment. I love it. Woo! Have a nice drive home. We are going through my many tabs to give you an idea, just to check in, about what kind of progress we've made so far. We still have these many tabs to go. If we don't finish them today, maybe we'll do another stream. But we still have a lot of tabs to go. So highly recommend. Did I save this one? I did. Okay. This is a play. Let me know in the chat, pass or play on a video if it's a play, if you think it's a play, if I agree it's a play. We're gonna add it to the playlist. Next up. Oh, just the Try Guys. The Try Guys are super sweet. I have met Zach and Keith a couple different times now. Never for very long, but every once in a while, I like going through their stuff. I think it's really fun. I am one of those people who will, binge without a recipe whenever they come out. How many tabs in total? Can I find that answer? Let's see. One sec. We're going to extend over here. History. The limit does not exist. That's the answer. The limit does not exist. How many tabs are open? The limit does not exist. All right. Try Guys, love them. I was a big fan of Is It Cake on Netflix, and so seeing Johnny Cakes start to come onto the Try Guys, it was for me. We're not going to add a whole channel to the playlist, but if they pop up, we'll at least add the first video of theirs that pops up to the playlist. But let's see. What of these videos do I think was really, really fun? So we missed adding the Smoshcast to the playlist, so we will add this one. Save to playlist. Chat said let's play. We'll do the crossover of Smosh and Try Guys, just so that we cover our bases of the ones that we missed before the playlist existed. I don't know how long it would take to put the whole channel in a playlist. Listen, if y'all want to make it a collaborative one and you guys just keep adding to it, that's one thing. Can't do it. Right? I was a huge BuzzFeed person back when all of this was still on BuzzFeed. Like I know I have a video about this somewhere, but if you want to talk about every time I auditioned to work for BuzzFeed, it will take us at least 40 minutes, if not like a full hour, to talk about the entire process of how many times I tried out for BuzzFeed. Isn't that just the tea? All right, we're going to go to the next tab. Brianna! Oh, hey, Josh Johnson, the entire channel. You're going to see some repeats in here. Hello, Chuck the Turtle. It is so nice to see you. This is my friend. This is my friend, Brianna. And Brianna has been my friend for so many years and is one of the reasons I am here today and the person that I am. So much love for Brianna in the chat. 1 N for Brianna. highly recommend going through all of this. So we also didn't add the Josh Johnson one. I don't know if I can find the Justin Timberlake episode specifically, but I'm gonna find the one that I thought you should see anyway. Let's see. I can only get that far. Okay. So we're gonna add, let's see, which one is gonna be more fun? Do we have a, what did you eat for dinner? I don't know what you have. I highly recommend either burritos or listen, what would I have? Quesadillas. I don't know why I'm just in the mood for like something in a tortilla tonight, but I really am. So that's what I recommend. Yes, just the end. Here, we'll do the one for Sabrina Carpenter because I can't find the one with Justin Timberlake. So chat said, let's play. Highly recommend. Let's see. What is next on our stroll down memory lane? Ah, Mia! Oh, Mia.
Hey everyone, so today we are doing a very exciting video. In this video, we are going to be comparing Cassie Ho's new Blogilates Target collection with her tried and true Popflex brand. Do you guys think this is the Popflex one or the Blog?
So this is Mia Maples. She does amazing videos about so many different topics. She's in that lifestyle vertical. I've gotten to speak to her once. Super, super sweet person. We were both wearing the same green sweater at the same time, and I felt very seen. And hopefully we get to work together sometime in the future. That's my goal. This is her comparison of Popflex, and if you know anything about me, you know I love a Popflex moment. I might live in a lot of the Popflex that I own, but I have watched Mia for years, and I highly recommend her channel. Again, can't tell you how many times that you're seeing the stuff that I generally want to watch. I think I'm gonna pass on this video, though I do recommend checking her out, just because it's old enough and I have done such a deep dive into the most recent things with Popflex that I don't need any more right now. So I'm okay, but I think that eventually going to see her is a good idea. Let's see. Next video. Ooh, if you follow.
Hey everyone, so today we are doing a very exciting
I accidentally
video.
opened it twice.
We are
And this is why I have so many tabs. We just found out that I had the same video in 2 tabs in a row. Ta-da! Oh yeah, we're gonna be here till probably 5:30 or 6 and get through as many tabs as we can, which I'm taking a long time, I think. But if Brianna, if you do actually make what Foot of a Fish said with the third item and that, just let me know what you make. I'm super, super curious. And if you don't want to eat it, make your husband eat it. And then send me a video, because that would be hilarious. No, thank you. I am so glad to know that other people have so many tabs open. All right. We're working our way through. They're only going to get older from here. This is just my subscription feed. Good for me. Here you go. This is a glimpse into my type of stuff. A new food theory just went up 42 minutes ago. A new episode of Actually just went up. I am a subscriber to Actually on YouTube, specifically because I can get it on my TV easier than I can the actual Dropout app. Highly recommend doing whatever you can to support them. I think that they're very fun. I think that they should have us, or at least me, come on an Actually, because y'all, I really want to do it. Or a Game Changer. Listen, I'm down to clown for anything, but this is really fun. I love them. So highly recommend those. What else is here? We have some clips, some news, some Watch Mojo things. Let's see. Yeah. pretty standard for me. Things that I don't finish. But, you know, after this, you know, I am contractually obligated to tell you to go check out Food Theory because you're supposed to. But until then, next.
Now, when it comes to good acting, horror
Speaking
is not where
of
most
what
people
culture?
go looking. Granted, the genre has had a bit of a spit and polish job over the last 10 to 15 years, but sometimes bad acting can boost a production, add an unexpected edge, or make a film stand out, as shown by our previous video on the same subject. And sometimes that shoddy, iffy, awkward, or otherwise
I never watched that Hellboy movie with the guy from Stranger Things. I went so hard for specifically Hellboy 1. Like, Hellboy 1 is a near perfect, like, really fun comic movie for me. I love it so much. And so, like, Hellboy 2 is fine. They diminished the character I really liked in it, so it's fine. But I don't know if I can go grimdark. Hellboy is just so funny as a concept and a guy that, like, it was just too fun. I really thank you for having so many open. Let them all play and let the cacophony of my voice just drown you into madness. I'm pretty sure it can. But yeah, this would be a pass. But I do love horror movie countdowns specifically. Can't tell you why. They scratch an itch in my brain, so we're gonna pass. Would I ever go on Smosh Reads Reddit stories? Yeah, definitely. Legitimately, I'm always down for everything. Oh, hey, it's me. Look, it's us right now. It's Streamception. We are existing there. I love that. I literally was like, I don't have a thumbnail for this. Let me just pull up a random thing that I have. I would definitely go on Smosh Reddit stories. I would even, like, as terrifying as it is, I would probably do, like, a try not to laugh if they wanted us to. But, you know, never say never. I like to try to not be afraid of doing things. And I don't always succeed, but when I do, great things happen. So, we're gonna pass on the live stream right now because I feel like that's a little too meta. But going on to the next one. So usually that happens, again, another YouTube tab, because when I'm on YouTube, but I have an idea for a different tab I want to have open, I open a new YouTube tab, but then because there are so many tabs in front of it, I can't find it. So I open another one with the hopes that I use it as like a new tab to do whatever. Because if you open just like, you know, side new tab, it goes to the end of the line and I can't find it because I can't actually see the end of the line. Yeah, I I have a problem. I was not lying. I have a problem. Let's see. What's coming next? Jordan Matter. I met Jordan Matter through work, and so I checked out their videos and got an idea of kind of like what kind of content that they make. We're probably not going to stay there today, but, you know, was really, really nice when I met him. And so I checked out his channel. No Streamception. I can't listen to my own voice that much. Salish is Jordan Matter's daughter, which is, I was seeing what kind of content she made. She has a skincare line, which was like wild to me. I would love a skincare line. Jordan. Jordan is from Mythical, though now they have a show on Dropout and have done a couple things there. They are on Mythical Kitchen usually, and they are just like super nice. I've met them and their wife a couple different times, and I really, really enjoy them. I think that they're very sweet. We talk over Instagram DMs every once in a while of just like, hey, good job. And I think that they're really fun. I think it's cool that they've started a YouTube channel of their own. And so I like to try and support it. And I think everyone else should too. So we'll add one play for this because we want Jordan to be seen and heard. I'm going to do the one that I haven't seen because it came out a day ago. So we're going to save that because we support our fellow creators here and we support our friendlies. Let's see. Yeah, right?
So I'd like to begin with a bit of a divisive
hello.
question, which is, does the week start on a Sunday or a Monday? Because
Question. Let's see how you feel. Does the week start on Sunday or Monday? Because I know people who set their calendars Monday to Sunday, and I think it's blasphemous. And by blasphemous, I mean it makes my brain hurt because I'm just not used to seeing the weekend not separated. Like, it's too many S's in a row. So does the week start on Sunday or Monday? What is the answer? Is there an answer? I think I have my answer. But what about you? That's what I want to know. This, but talking about the creator while Sunday. Okay. In the US, it is Sunday. 2 guesses on who I've seen the calendar of that doesn't start on Sunday. So, like, I like the idea of starting your week on a rest day and ending your week on a rest day because it means that the good parts of the week are on either end versus having to wait all week to get to the good days, right? And so, like, because it's the day that we start a work week, but not an actual week. Listen, life starts Friday when we get off work. Or, Monday when we go on stream. Tuesday? What day is today? Today is Tuesday. Sorry, I wrote a script today and my brain is fried. But this is Kate Kavanaugh. And so she does a lot of vlogs about writing. Before NaNoWriMo got complicated, she used to do a bunch of vlogs for that. But she writes a lot of different things. She used to do chatty streams where she would write for different amounts of time. And I've thought about doing some of those myself because I have a lot of writing that I have to do, and doing it with company is always better than doing it alone, or oftentimes better than doing it alone. If you like very laid back stuff and you like stuff about the writing process, highly recommend her stuff. But like, if you don't, then, don't feel bad.
Staunch Sunday girl.
I want to see if, yes, babies. It's a lot of that typing sound, which I love. The sound of typing is like brain candy to me, but people have told me that they hate it. So we're going to not put this on the playlist because I feel like it's so niche for me, unless you guys disagree. Is this a pass or a play for you? I'm leaving it up to you all because it is deep niche into writing blogs. Ooh, a bullet journal. See, I've always tried to do a bullet journal, but I've kind of always failed. I have many, many empty notebooks in here where they like start and then never end. So now I have all of this. This is Kate Kavanaugh. So she does a lot of writing stuff. I love the typing sound. It just like massages the brain. It's the ASMR I can stand, and I can't stand a lot of ASMR. I highly recommend it. Listen, just because it made your brain go good burr means we're gonna add it to the list. And if you don't like the typing sounds, you can skip. Okay, we'll add it, but it's a skippable play, depending on your interest in writing. And whether or not the typey keyboard make you go good brr. Sorry, good brr. Let's see. Next up. Whoa, hello.
Before we get started, we wanted to let you know that this was
Oh, it's a tripod. Oh, so it's the tripod episode on basically what they would change. This was right after they launched their new streaming service. So you guys already know we like the Try Guys here. So would you guys want to pass or play on the tripod episode? Because it's not as fast as the other ones, and it's very niche into like the business side of things. What can I say? I like when YouTubers talk YouTube. It's very cathartic for me. It's nice to see other people do things and like have a point of view where it makes sense for, you know, they understand what I've done. They understand my process. Whoop. Bye. Let's see. Pass or play? Pass or play? I'm trying to have you guys open on my phone so I can see you a little bit more, but the chat doesn't want to load on it. So I'm doing my best here. I will text you. Bye, Bree. Mwah. All right. Let's see. We're going to pass just because it's so long and I'm trying to not keep you guys here forever. Let's go here. We're going to skip.
I'm back from GDC, but only
Oh,
barely.
nice.
And the good news is, after many Mondays of passing up on doing this show, it's now finally time for an episode of Mostly Walking. I'm Sean Plott.
Hell yes. And I'm Sean Bouchard.
And
I don't mean to go full screen.
Lee
All right.
Grainer is
This is Daily 9. Daily 9 used to do a bunch of announcing on the Nerdist, and he had a show about Magic the Gathering on Geek and Sundry way, way, way back during the Felicia Day era of Geek and Sundry. And so that was how I first discovered Magic, was Geek and Sundry. And so there's a couple Mostly Walkings that I like because they have that kind of long form content where I can just put it on the background. And listen, I don't really know what the case of the Golden Idol is. I think that's why I clicked on it to see what it was. But they have some Nancy Drew playthroughs that, like, for my brain, love it. But we're going to pass on it now. But this is Daily 9. And I very much enjoy some of their things. Right? We love someone who respects a pronoun. So they're very fun. It just depends on the kind of thing that you like to watch. Again,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Did I tell you that I like their Nancy Drew playthroughs? I think I was looking for some long-term stuff, like some long-form content to put in the background, and this is their Nancy Drew playthrough that I have already seen. So if you guys want to check out Mostly Walking, we'll put this one in there. It is a specific taste, but I really enjoy watching people play like old school games. I did not play a ton of Nancy Drew growing up, but that was mostly because I didn't have them. But I don't know why seeing grown men play Nancy Drew just like fulfills a need I didn't know I had, because it's respectable. And like Day 9 has always had like a very respectable kind of vibe. So I appreciate him and, you know, his friends going through these things and having a good time. Let's see what's next.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Again,
boys and
I
girls,
keep-
the excitement.
Obviously, I was in a mood to go back and look at these. You got the idea. I enjoy Mostly Walking. At least, like, I enjoy some
Ladies
Mostly
and gentlemen,
Walking.
boys and girls.
Clearly, I'm just, like, in a mood. Another Nancy Drew game. I have a vibe. Myst. Ooh, Myst is a game that, like, I would love to go back and try, because it took me...
Ladies and gentlemen.
I tried playing it back when, like, the first Myst was the only Myst game that was out there. Again, clearly, I was in a mood about gaming playthroughs because I needed long-form content. We're finding our way back. Halloween, old. Those videos are like 5 million years old. I was looking specifically, and listen, when it comes to like old school gamers, I don't know if everyone is still an okay person, so couching that here, but Halloween had a playthrough of Alice Madness Returns that got me onto that game and like changed my understanding of games. But they also did Call of Cthulhu, which I really liked. So I was in a mood during this specific time period. Who knows why? I have no idea why. That video is like 14 years old.
Good morning, Hank. It's Tuesday. If my voice sounds a little thin,
Hello.
it's because I spent all day yesterday recording.
Do audiobooks count as reading? Yes. To me, yes, they do. So I don't know exactly what John has to say in this video, but to me, yes, audiobooks count as reading. Like, the act of consuming a story from a book is what reading is meant to be. And as we kind of grow as a society and technology changes, that becomes something that you can do. So I highly think... So yes, I think that audiobooks are reading. Have I ever played Dead Space? I haven't. Should I play Dead Space? I'm down to try almost anything, but I love watching scary games. Well, if we do a scary game on this channel, you'll learn like me as a player doing scary games. Like, I get anxious and I get nervous, but we'll try it. Like, I'm down to try almost anything. I have access to multiple Steam libraries, and if it's there, I'll play it. But this is going to be a pass just because it's, you know, I feel like I have answered this for you. Yes, audiobooks count as reading. You're welcome, John Green. What are we doing next? Whoa. Oh, hi. Oh, this was the trailer for Opus, which is the A24 movie with Ayo Derby. I love her, and I tend to really like the psychological thrillers, and A24 can do that well. Doesn't always do it well, but it can do that well. And so this is still a movie I really want to see, and I am really interested in seeing how it goes. I don't think it's in theaters anymore. I think it was like a limited release, but would watch, and we're going to pass on the video just because it's a trailer. We don't need a trailer. Just so y'all know, if it's a Resident Evil VR, anything VR, I'm probably not going to play it. I get hella motion sick. Motion sickness is my biggest bane in life, and VR does not work for me. Exactly. Reading is for everyone, and the more accessible we make reading, the better society is. That's my opinion. What else do we got here? Ooh, another Watch Mojo.
Maybe even have you talk about something.
Oh, so this came after somebody interesting was on Call Her Daddy, which is a podcast that like I've only ever seen a couple episodes of, and I was curious as to what it was. But I think this is going to be a pass. We don't need to know. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to be like, oh my God, who is number one? In fact, we can know who's number one. Who's up here? Dylan Sprouse. Do not care. Sorry, Dylan Sprouse. Really not interested. What happened?
Hello, friends. Welcome.
Another booktuber. So these were most anticipated releases of 2025. Did not end up watching this, but she does also fun book content. I just don't tend to watch her as often. So, fun person. We're going to pass on this one. She also says Cluedo, and it blows my mind every time.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, Karen Puzzles. So Karen Puzzles is a great person if you want to have like some very chill and very like again, this is the type of like background content that I can watch because it's very therapeutic. It's very not monotonous, but like the watching the puzzle compilations of her putting together pieces, very, very zen. She's insanely sweet. Seems like a really, really great person. Her content is very puzzles oriented, and they're a fun thing to have on when you want to kind of zen out your brain. Yeah, so hello and welcome. As a reminder, we are going through all of my old tabs until I reach the end or until we hit 5:30 or 6 o'clock. And we are partway through. I'm going to let you know that this part over here, this little thing over here where you see the ends of those tabs, still not the end. That's not where this ends, folks. So, highly recommend if you like puzzles or like that kind of like zen thing, because she does
is that there's
a lot of like fast forward versions of her putting the puzzles together, and it's very therapeutic. Like this. And I just find that so relaxing. However, I am not a puzzle person. Like, I don't do puzzles on my own time. And so seeing other people do puzzles is like vicariously having that moment, but not having to, you know, have it all over my table for weeks until I finish it. She's done puzzle championships and stuff like that, which is very, very interesting. Listen, I've learned as a person, I have many traits that give other people anxiety or make them freak out. Like, I have a lot of traits that make people freak out. I'll see if there's other streams we can do about that. Listen, Crunchyroll or something like that, I don't like to have on my computer. Because this is my computer, that's the main like way that I consume YouTube when I'm doing like other stuff, right? So this is my general desk setup. It's where I sit for most of my workday and everything. And so I usually have one window open that's like background content for whenever I'm not on a meeting, whenever I just need some noise. And that's why like they sit there, because I'm like, I'm going to watch these 3 videos while I write a script. And instead I go, I'm going to watch these 3 videos while I write a... So some people may use watch later and like be organized and have their life together. And some of us love to live in chaos and love to never quite know if they're going to lose it all or, you know, get to see every video that they've ever wanted to see. I know some people who have very organized watch later playlists. And to that I say, Burning Elmo gif. That's what I have to say about it. Oh, hi! Aw, thank you for joining. I love seeing people pop in. That's so fun. How are you doing, Danielle? Danielle? I don't know how you want me to actually say the screen name. I don't know how to say it. But no, I just like, I operate in chaos. My brain is tabs on buffering. I have tried Session Buddy. I have broken Session Buddy. Indeed. What is going on? Okay, we're going to move on to the next tab.
Good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year.
Oh, Tanya. So Tanya Burr was one of the like OG UK vloggers, and I wanted to know what happened to her. Someone made, and I forget the creator who made it, but made like a, what happened to these people? The questions I have around her and what happened with her are not short. And I wanted to see if there was like something I could learn. This isn't going to give me that. I can already tell you that. And there are some things that I have learned from other videos around this subject that make me have so many questions. But back when I first like started watching YouTube, the British vlog squad was huge. And so every once in a while I dip my toes back in to see what happened, and every once in a while I'm just like, "Oh, no." That is an iceberg in and of itself. Let's see. Next tab. That is 100% a pass. You are totally right, Tech Ninja. Tech Ninja. I'm really
Greetings. I am the Chosen. Many years ago, Chosen and I faced off in trivial try not to laugh pursuit. It was a battle of epic proportions. Many of the clips went viral on various platforms. Your WNBA joke became the stuff of legend. I may have won barely last time, but I think it barely counts. I think today we will determine who truly is the champion of Try Not to Laugh Trivial Pursuit.
I love tabletop gaming content. Hi, Dan. Dan is familiar with my problem, but to give you an idea, Dan, those tabs are my problem. Those tabs are 100% my problem. I'll just leave it up there so people can get a full things of it. Yes, The Chosen. I love tabletop gaming content, and I love the kind of like don't play the game right way. Like Guess Who with assumptions or doing this and like trying to make people laugh. I 100% love it. It is something that tickles my fancy. This will be added to our Let's Play playlist. And listen, not everyone can wear that kind of wraparound shade, but you know, The Chosens, they do it. I also have seen that shirt at so many state fairs. See what I mean? I have many traits that make people go, oh no, no. So that's what we're dealing with. We're working through our tabs to try and, you know, clean up my browser and my RAM on my computer. So that was a play. So it's saved to our playlist. Next up. Oh!
Hello, my name is Kat, and this is the first episode of a new writing vlog series.
If you can't tell, I like to watch content around writing books. It's a thing I really find interesting and a thing that I am trying to do one day. And Kat, who was offline for like 5 million years, came back with another How to Build a Book. If you like writing and you want to find somewhere to start, I like this series. It tells you a really good method of just getting stuff on a page. So I really recommend it for writers. I don't know about anyone else not interested in writing. I don't know if it's a general audience kind of video, but highly recommend. And I really like Kat. She was one of my favorite original booktubers, and now she's back doing some writing vlogs, and I love it. So we're gonna pass on that one though, because again, niche, there's a level of niche before things happen.
Hello.
Again,
Different kind of video today. This is a computer.
If you want to play, okay. Listen, I will add her other video to the playlist because of play. Listen, to my fellow writers out there, go for it. Right? Apologies, I have to do it outside my work hours. Otherwise, I would stream at different times. If you guys want to have a stream at like 5 a.m. in the morning Pacific time, maybe one day we'll do that. It's going to be a very sleepy me, but highly recommend Katie-tastic. She's so fun. What are you?
Hello and welcome.
More writing vlogs.
My name is Kat.
Because again, I really want to finish a book one day. Oh, playables. This is open because I really want to do a stream in the future, trying out a bunch of the YouTube playables to see if they're actually playable. Because I think it's really funny. There's like a Dress to Impress knockoff. The Magic Cat Academy has a sequel. And I'm just like, what are these? And so this is one that I would just like to play through some of the really random stuff that's on here just to see what it is. But that's why this one's open. Aw, thank you. It's been a long journey with Style Theory now. Did you know, and I don't mean this in any like crazy way, did you know I am now the longest running host of Style Theory? Yeah, technically, based on the number of episodes, I believe, as well as the actual timeline, I have hosted Style Theory the longest of anybody. And that makes me very proud and very much like, what happened? What happened here? Oh, Dan, if you're still here, we started with Lorify. Just so you know, we have to represent. All right, so we'll come back to the play. I have no idea. Really? The alien one? And the Magic Hat is a doodle game? Okay. So we'll definitely come back to these because I want to just know. And I feel like picking a random one is the best way to do this. Style Theory also was a baby channel. So like I didn't have as far to go as some others. Yep. Oh, that's the cat one. I'm going to crash my computer if I try to have this many tabs open and play that game.
Earlier this year, I was having a post-edit conference.
Oh, this is a writing video that I think I just clicked on to see. I have no idea who this person is, but apparently their title got me. How to write a chapter. I would like to know. Oh, thank you for the clap and the half. What is this? Vote for Holt? Oh, there was a reason I did this. There was a reason. Oh, this one. Okay, so I don't mean to like technically cheat and have something else open, but the reason that this tab is open is not because like I know this channel. I really don't know this channel, but this video. Give me one sec. This video got me.
Middle of my 5th attempt had.
So this is like a movie, like an epically long movie length video that's like first person, you are in the world of Welcome to the Game or Welcome to the Game 2. It was one of the two. And basically like it you feel it. And like he does it in a way that like you are feeling the game that is being played here. And I can't stress how much I was like, I need to check my doors watching this video. Like I don't know any of the other videos on his channel, which is why the other one was open. This got me. Like I'm gonna save this for any of you who like creepy horror games and want to just have like an experience. I will say it starts to get a little bit long once you get around here, because he gets into like an interview with the people who made it, which is actually really interesting because like they don't go online a ton. And so like down this way, it's actually talking to the creator of the game, and there's definitely like a tonal shift from where the video starts to when you get to that part. However, I still think the rest of it is like really interesting. So it's going to the playlist. Do I like anime movies? I mean, yes, it will definitely depend on the movie, but I am down for it. I love Studio Ghibli, so those are always ones that I like to watch. The Sailor Moon movies I always was really big on. My anime is just really old references because I have lacked time to watch almost anything that's not YouTube. So if you have recommendations, I will highly take them. But yeah, I do like anime movies. I just don't have as much knowledge of current animes as I wish I did, which is something I'm hoping to remedy sooner rather than later. Next up.
We've gathered 3 professional...
Oh, I also like watching food content, specifically watching people talk about it. So these are some chefs that are reviewing packaged top ramen or like packaged ramen. And I don't know why, like these are old videos. These are videos from like, okay, so this one's 4 months ago, but like they have a whole series of them. I don't know if you can hear the barking. It's Borkin time outside for some reason. I don't know if you're interested in this kind of thing, but like I find it so fascinating and highly. No, I'm gonna, if I want to be giblified, I will either draw it myself or ask an artist to do it. That's where I'm at right now with that kind of thing. But I highly recommend these kind of things if you like chefs doing things. So I'm gonna add it to play for all of those out there who like food reviews. And I get enough fellow theorist content in a daily basis, so I like finding it elsewhere sometimes. Though again, a new food theory went up today if you would like to support some other people after this. Let's see. Again, we've gone through tabs,
Last year,
but they're
I
not
was
moving.
living 2024, the plot. Specifically with these books.
So again, I watch a lot of book content. This is Jack Edwards. He is a pretty big name in the booktube space. This is him reviewing all of the books from 2024 in one sentence. I like end of the year book stuff because usually you get, these are my favorite books of the year, and these are like the worst books I read of the year. And I love those, and I don't know why. So getting to understand whether it's something I would like to read really fast like this is really cool. But it's older now, so we're gonna not play it this time. Let's see, what's next?
Kate.
SNL.
I'm obviously not. Look, it wasn't my worst Wednesday night.
And how did the aliens return you all to Earth?
Oh, I was carried down gently. He's crying. I had to just chill up there with my damn coot and prune shoe till the place opened up.
Poor Ryan Gosling. He didn't know what was going to come at him with this. I have been an on and off SNL viewer for a long time, and I love Kate McKinnon. So I also really just, I love when people laugh. If you haven't noticed, like there have been Smosh videos, there have been like Try Guy videos and all those kind of things. I love when people laugh. So compilations of people breaking. Love it. Probably not a play for this time, but highly recommend it. Kate McKinnon, so good. I want her to be in a million more things. And her in the all girls Ghostbuster movie, hot. Oh.
I wish I could say.
We're gonna not play this, but so we're not going to play this, but this was OK Go's new video that was very much in the style of their treadmill video. And I thought it was really amazing that they came back that way. It made me feel very old, but also like I was very excited to see them come back. So highly recommend checking that out if you like really creative music videos. I love music videos. Like I once really wanted to be like a music video director, and it's something that it's an art form I really, really like. I think a good music video can be like a killer form of art and expression. And so this one's really fun, but I am not going to play a full song on this live stream. I like Domingo. I think the one that they did for the SNL 50th special was a little reaching, but that's only because, like, as much as I really like Bad Bunny, I don't like shoving Bad Bunny into every single sketch, because he's fine as a comedian, but otherwise it was very fun. I don't even remember the first time I came on camera, so you know more about me than I do.
Can I be Kevin Hart's personal chef?
Mythical Kitchen. I watch Mythical Kitchen every once in a while. It depends on the episode, depends on what they're cooking, and I will highly say that I will kind of jump to the end where they have the things depending on what the dish is, because I'm a vegetarian and I don't particularly like seeing cooked meat in many ways. So it's not something I usually watch in that sense, but I like seeing the finished dishes and I like seeing people react to the finished dishes. So I will watch videos that have like meat foods in them because that's fine. I just don't particularly like seeing it get cooked. Sometimes I'll jump ahead to the ending. No, I would not to. Favorite music video I've ever seen? Ooh. What would that be? So, like, there are music videos that I've seen that, like, have a bigger impact on me and, like, the way my music taste has evolved because of it. But I'm trying to think of, like, so, like, Bad Romance by Lady Gaga is, like, a really, really amazing. Aerosmith Crazy is a classic one, and, you know, say what you want about Steven Tyler, that video with, like, Alicia Silverstone and Liv Tyler is, like, blow your mind, really cool. I think The Ghost of You is one of My Chemical Romance's best videos, though, like, I tend to, their videos are, like, high level. I really like Delicate by Taylor Swift. That music video is really fun. I like seeing Joy a lot, and I feel like that's a really, really good expression of it. But yeah, I could probably find a bunch of music videos that I really like and go through them with volumes very low, but I don't know, like, there are some that I've seen so many times though. Like, it's hard. I was the kid that, like, had TRL on when that was still on. I would watch VH1 countdowns every single week, and I would, like, DVR it once that was a thing and watch it just every single weekend. I would listen to, like, the radio Rick D's countdowns of songs. Like, that has always been a part of, like, the way my brain works. And I've always wanted to, like, host a YouTube version of, like, a top 20 countdown, but I have no idea how that would work, and I don't think that that's legal unless you're doing it in shorts. But I would love to do that at some point. I've been a vegetarian since 2009, I believe. I believe I stopped eating meat somewhere in 2009. And it wasn't an active choice. It was very much I left, you know, I moved out, went to college, did all that kind of stuff, and was no longer in a place where meat was, like, the thing that was being made, and just slowly realized I didn't need it, and that, like, different parts of that just didn't work for me. Like, I have no problem with people eating meat around me. I don't have problems with people eating meat in general. Like, it just wasn't for me, and I don't know. It's been that way since 2009. I don't know what the future holds. I've wanted to try going vegan, but I really like cheese, and so that if I can't quit cheese, and, like, it gets really hard to eat out whenever you go vegan, and so, like, I don't know if I would ever fully go vegan, but I've slowly worked things out of my diet since, just because I found alternatives I like just as much. But yeah, that's me. Ooh. Let's see, what's next on this list?
We're spending the next 4 days on a Disney mega ship, and as two foodies that have never been on a cruise before, we're going to put the term all-inclusive to the ultimate test.
So, I don't know who these people are, but I do like learning about Disney cruise ships. and just cruise ships in general and like vacation-y things. When we would go, so I grew up in Florida, and when we would go on vacation for the summer, we would often go to theme parks. But when we would stay in the hotels, I would turn on the information channel for the theme park that we were going to, or even like the resort that we were going to. And I just wanted to watch that. And no, I find it fascinating. I think in a different life, I would have like gone Disney Imagineering or something, because like I love theme parks, and I love like the way people develop theme parks, themed resorts, and all of those kinds of things. And so I will watch random people go to these places because I just find that kind of content really interesting. No, I don't ever really get cravings for it, and I have never been like a pepperoni person. It was never really a thing, and vegetarian burgers are actually really, really good. Like vegetarian burgers, bacon, even like specific vegetarian eggs are really good. I'm not an egg person in general, but no, there's a ton of options for me as a person that doesn't need meat, so I just haven't missed it. I think the most I've ever missed was like roast beef subs from a specific place in Massachusetts around where I went to school. Like I'll think of that specifically, but other than that, I don't have the want for it. Like it's just not a part of my biology. And I don't know what to tell you. It's just not. I have no idea who that is. I don't know who Tim Trucker is. But this was really just to learn about Disney cruise ships, because I find that fascinating. Let's see.
This week we are sailing on the beautiful Celebrity Silhouette. Now,
again, I like learning about cruise ships, so obviously I was in a mood here. We're gonna pass because again, I don't know who this is, but hey, good for you with your 4 million something subscribers. That's amazing. I probably would watch this still, because I think it's fascinating to see what kind of ecosystem exists on a cruise. I have only ever been on one cruise in my life. I would go on more, but I'm in no rush. I just find it really interesting. The one time I was on a cruise, I spent half of it on the library and half of it on the rooftop golf course. So that's me. I'm not a very like outdoorsy person. I just get sick on boats. Ludwig!
Boys! A lot of YouTubers have turned to businessmen lately. Have you noticed? There's been a bit of drama.
I don't know. I've just seen a lot of, YouTube lads and ladies making lots of businesses. So I like to know about them. Ranking every YouTuber food. Probably clicked on it for that. I don't watch a ton of Ludwig, though I really have enjoyed his the intern thing that he does. I found that because I watch a lot of Jetlag, and so the Jetlag people were on that show, and I really enjoyed seeing them do stuff. His stuff is fine for me. I don't know a ton about it, other than people really, really love him, so he's doing something right. Yeah, listen, tell me what of Ludwig's I should watch, and I will try it out. I was not exposed to it as someone who, like, I am very new to the streamer world. My exposure was legitimately GT Live and random Let's Plays on YouTube, so, like, I don't have a ton of knowledge in that area, so if there is stuff that I should have seen from Ludwig, you just gotta tell me what that would have been. Yes, Unpaid Intern. That's the name of it. I really enjoyed that. And there was one that I watched. And they were playing like, I think it might have still just been the Jetlag one, because I think it was Michelle Correa who did it, and she hid in the ceiling. And I was just like, I'm in love. Like, this is the chaos that I strive for in my life. And I love a lady who is not afraid to climb things where they shouldn't be going. Like, that is peak me. We will climb to the stars, friends. We will climb to the stars. All right. So Ludwig is, okay, mogul money. Okay, good to know, good to know. Anywhere he has chat buy things so he reviews them. That's fun. We could do an online shopping thing where we buy things or we go through something. I think that's fun. That would be a fun thing to do. So, okay. So I guess because of the interest in the content, we will put this on the play and I will use it as a reminder to go back and find the recommendations that you've said. So we'll do that. I have too much ambition as a person.
Besties,
Aha! Well, this is one of her members only posts. So yes, I do have a couple of memberships on YouTube. One of them is to Books and Lala. I highly recommend saying that, like, hey, I like her bookish content. She had a pillow recommendation that changed my life. I'm not going to show you this one because it is one of her members only posts. But hey, I told you would see some people come back. Books and Lala, really like her. Gonna close. Look how the tabs don't really move. 73 questions. I remember when this was the thing everyone wanted to do. When Liza Koshy had parodies of this that got her on the Vogue red carpet. Like, what happened to 73 questions? We just got sick of asking questions. We just got sick of the number. No one had answers anymore. Don't know. But it was a great format. Like, it was an iconic format. It won awards at the Streamies over, like, you know, organic content that wasn't from big names. But, like, we need a new format of this. We need to figure out what the new format of 73 questions is because it was just really fun. I actually don't use Temu a lot. Surprise. I go on Amazon way more than I should. I will admit that as a person, but I don't actually use Temu very much. I think the most I bought from Temu outside of the stuff from like the episodes that we've done is I got a canvas, a framed canvas, because they have actually really good options for framed canvases. I'm sure that it's sketchy as heck where they source that from, but I can't find them anywhere else. But outside from that, I don't really buy from Temu. You can find the same stuff other places and better sourced. So that being said, they do have the Digimon figures I want on Temu, and I can't find them anywhere else. I'll check eBay first, though. 74 questions. Ooh, yes. Oh, is there a way to blend the Bite of 87 into questions? Like, I don't know what that would be. I just feel like there is a way to do that. So we're going to pass on that. They're available anywhere that you want to see them.
Is a luxury supermarket really worth it? Let's talk about that.
GMM, a classic. And also,
good mythical morning. Whether you've seen the internet sing its praises or watched the good people of TikTok.
Such an iconic intro, and having a catchphrase to open your episodes. The life these two live, the businesses that they've built, the empire of mythical, wild. I find Erewhon, this is a Walmart versus Erewhon taste test. I find Erewhon fascinating. Their stuff is fine. Their stuff is just so expensive. And now everything is expensive. And so, like, the quality, like, we tried to get our hands on that, like, $20-something strawberry to test it against, like, a $4 pack of, like, 20 strawberries. And they were sold out. How does that work? Also, their smoothies, not that good. I filmed a reaction to the Sabrina Carpenter smoothie because I was really curious about it and I thought it would be like fun to do, and I didn't like it so much that I never posted it. I don't want my smoothies to be chewy and like have pieces in them that I have to chew, and I just couldn't do it. It was wild. But like, I clicked on this one specifically because I'll watch Good Mythical Morning every once in a while. I tend to stray more towards the Mythical Kitchen, but Erewhon is fascinating to me. It's the Instagram hotspot, and I just don't understand why it is what it is. I would happily collaborate with Mythical. Maybe one day. We'll figure it out. I know Santi was on one, so like they need to get the other hosts. Like I will always say yes to getting to work with cool people. My goal is really just to make friends. I want to be friends with everybody. Next up.
Who knows 90s songs better
than
just the lyrics?
So I don't watch a ton of React anymore, though. Like we did the collaboration with the Junebin girls who are from React, and like it's a completely different company now than it was back when they had the kind of controversy that they had. Hopefully Dan's not here. I don't want to give him flashbacks, but I love the guess the song things because I want to be good at it. I will turn these on and have someone do it with me and try to guess the song. I feel like these songs would be too old for everyone here.
Boys or girls? Together going not one. But we're two worlds apart.
We're two worlds apart. Can't reach to your heart. I want it that way? I'm sorry. Now I want to play. I really want to play this.
2 worlds apart. Not 1, not 3. We're 2 worlds.
No, I think I'm singing a different song.
You're my fire.
No, I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. I'm
the one. That one? Is it this?
Played by the Backstreet Boys.
That is correct.
Yes. Okay.
It's gonna be like not a.
Sorry, chat.
No.
You really have to.
I never
I always assume I am
millennials.
Listen, I just always assume I'm older than everyone who is watching something. So, like I am an ancient bog witch from Florida that has come to terms with the fact that I will age forever and people will only be getting younger. So I have no idea how old any of you are, but hey, 90s music, I love it.
0.4 million sales in its first.
Makes me worrisome.
Your rules of thumb make me worrisome? Your rules of thumb make me worrisome. I don't know if I know this song. We're going to go to lyric number 2. Take this pink ribbon off my eyes? What?
Eyes.
Why are there pink ribbons on my eyes?
Why do you not have pink ribbon? Okay.
Oh, hey. Hello, 30 Club.
Just because it says pink.
Is that a metaphor for a pink eye?
Oh my god, there's so much fart in this face.
Yes, that is the guy from Lou Burger.
Right on the pillow.
I'm Just a Girl by
Britney Spears.
No.
No.
Oh, Gwen Stefani, No Doubt.
I said no
Sabrina
doubt.
said No Doubt.
Oh,
Ever
it's
heard
from
of the award-winning book?
I feel like Just a Girl is a song that everyone knows, but no one knows the words to, right? So, interesting. Is it up to here? Okay, yeah. Okay, No Doubt. Oh, they have some deep questions here.
Yeah.
They're poisoning us.
Yes.
Listen, if we find one that's earlier, we'll do that.
Why?
Forever. I thought
Okay.
nothing could go wrong, but I was wrong.
Oh my god, I know this
I was wrong.
Damn, he was wrong. She was wrong twice.
Okay.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
There's just, I thought
like that,
nothing could
Jay.
go wrong, but I was wrong.
You green Uno char baby.
No, don't talk to me about your things.
I say not give just
No, no ads. No ads. We are just going to lyrics. I was wrong. So why were you holding her hand? I don't think I know this song. Man, listen, I was only alive for some of the 90s, or like coherent for some of the 90s. So, oh yeah, Cranberries, not my age. The whoosh sounds? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the whoosh sounds are. It's something somewhere, and I don't know. They only happen when I'm streaming, and I see no indication of the thing happening. The whoosh is the whoosh is a mystery to all of us. Okay, so no Cranberries. We should do, Ugh. What are all these like inserts here? I don't care. Okay, we'll skip because I don't know enough of the 90s. Oh, no, I do. Yeah. You traveling, good for nothing type of brother.
It's
I found another.
by TLC.
It's not No Scrub.
Okay. Destiny Child.
Not you.
I hate when my imposter syndrome really kicks in.
Jealous of me.
I know, you're so jealous.
You may be just a little jealous of me. Stop. Oh, this sounds so familiar. I know I told you we were moving along.
It's mine.
That boy is mine.
Oh,
The boy is mine.
see, hit or miss with me. I remember that boy is mine. Not enough to know the words.
Do I
Oh, but like we're touching them.
Everything.
All right. Right? If we come across another one of these that we think we'll know, we'll do those. They're hard. They're really hard. All right. Moving on to the next thing. They might be the notifications. I don't know where
Wolfman
to turn
hits
them off
theaters
yet.
this weekend, and I
Dan
don't want to give
Marl.
away too much, but I have to say...
Wolfman. So I have this up because I want to see Wolfman, the new version of Wolfman that was by the same person who did The Invisible Man, because I loved The Invisible Man. That thing made me freak the heck out. And so I really want to see the Wolfman. I just haven't yet. So we're not going to watch this because I haven't seen it yet. I got to see it. I got to see it.
Bangs and wind, as
Jordan,
we know.
again. So, again, support your fellow creators, friends. Support your creators. That's Jordan.
This video was made possible
see,
by Curiosity Stream.
I'm not looking at it, so thank you. Thank you for helping me figure out my own stream. I appreciate you all. Half as interesting is the people or the man, Sam, behind Jetlag, the game. And I go hard for Jetlag, the game. And it's so good. I love it. And so I'll watch some of the half as interesting stuff. It's a little too close to stuff that I have to do for work. So I have to do it when I'm in the mood. But I really think that they're great and they're well done. So definitely worth watching. Just only when I'm in the mood for that stuff. Oh, thanks. Dan is doing an amazing job, as are everyone else. I'm very, very proud of my theorist friends. Try Guys Game Time. Who is the worst Try Guy? Speaking of my lovely theorist friends, I love team dynamics. I love seeing people happy with the people that they're working with. So things like this, where teams get together, or like the Smosh stuff, whatever. I love seeing people happy and enjoying each other's company. I vicariously, it just gives me like the amazing feeling of being there and part of this group of people, and just seeing people happy makes me happy. And so this kind of stuff I love. I want us to be able to do more of it. I wish people didn't live so far away, you know? But this is what these are for. These are why I have them on screen. We're going to save that for the playlist because, again, Team Joy is always so much fun. I highly recommend it. Hopefully, we'll get to hang out and play some more games sometime soon with Team Theorist. What's this?
Who knows 90s songs?
Oh, more 90s songs. So we're going to skip it because I told you it's only if we think that we're going to know them that we'll play the game. But more 90s songs. Again, I get in moods with videos is what I'm learning. Oof.
Here's what happened. It was a beautiful Thursday 3 months ago.
Again, another members only video. I subscribed and then opened a bunch of them in the tabs. But y'all know by now that I really like Books and Lala.
Why on earth would someone compare a Colleen
Ooh, yeah.
Hoover adaptation and the sequel to Knives Out? Well,
Oh,
despite
that's
being
why.
two completely different.
This is why. So I love book drama. And I find it very interesting when people get messy in the book world and also just in general. It's very, very, I'm a nosy person. Let me put that out there. But also Glass Onion is one of my favorite movies. Glass Onion, Knives Out are like two of my favorite movies. Those would be like movies I would just put on for whatever. Hello, Magical Musical Maggie. Thank you for being here. But I love those movies. Like, I freaking go hard for them. And the trilogy of Knives Out, Glass Onion, and Logan Lucky is one of the best movie trilogies that's not actually a trilogy, because that is how we got here today. And I am so I'm trying not to swear, but I am so freaking excited for the next movie. He looks like Colonel Sanders on crack, and I am here for it. I am so excited. You have no idea. So I'm really excited for that. And I clicked on this video because messy drama and one of my favorite movies of all time. So we're going to pass because I don't actually know what this video is about. Oh, it is. It's about structure. It's about writing structure. But we don't need that. We've had enough of my writing niches, my writing rabbit holes, that you don't have to do that. But highly recommend that movie, Glass Onion. That movie, so good. Oh, I want to watch it again. I just watched Logan Lucky again recently. We had a thing with The Office where we got to pick like a movie to represent us, like one of our favorite movies to represent us, to put on a wall for like an office game, which I've told them they should put online for people to try to figure out. But Logan Lucky was almost my movie. It was almost my movie. I had 4 movies I was really contending with, and Logan Lucky was one of them. I don't know why I love that movie so much. Let's see. Next up.
I work on a cruise ship and probably...
Again, living my cruise ship era, trying to figure out and live vicariously through these people so I can see these wacky ass cruise ships. I also find the idea of working on a cruise ship
Everybody knows that the only thing worse than downloading...
I find the idea of working on a cruise ship fascinating. Like that's a wild lifestyle. Ooh, Funky Frogbait. Such a good creator. I don't know what it is about them, but like their ability to just hold presence on any topic is so good. This one is trying Disney adult dating websites. We are going to add that to the watch. I think if you haven't ever seen Funky Frogbait, you should try it. And this is one that I don't think I've actually got to fully watch yet. So I forgot this video existed. So now I get to know. Oh, I do try to look at people if they tag me on Instagram. It's how I get to see like fan art, and I don't know. I appreciate when people share my content, and I appreciate when people, do things that are like for me, like fan art, because I'm just a little lad sitting in my house all the time. Thank you so much. And so it's always really, really heartwarming to see. But yes, Funky Frogbait, super great creator. And I believe they're going to be at VidCon this year. Not that I know if they would want to say hi to me, but I would love to say hi to them. And also, these glasses are epic. I didn't notice that they had like a secondary frame on the side. That's really fun. All right, we are going to wrap up. So we're going to do, how many more? We'll do 3. We'll do 3 more tabs. Quick release. Gonna speed through them and see what we have. So, Funky Frogbait. What?
Amber, welcome back to
Amber.
my channel, and welcome to...
This is Amber Scholl. This is about how she built her jewelry business, which is so appropriate because we had her at SIF last year for her jewelry. I own a couple of things from it because I think that they're pretty, and she built it out of her house, does all of that, is like doing business things, and I find that really cool. I also think she has an adorable dog, and she was insanely sweet when I got to talk to her at SIF. So again, I love supporting other creators, and the way that she built a jewelry business is really, really interesting to me. So that's what this one is. If you like shopping content, that is like her shtick. And so it's up to you if that's something that you want to see. But she is very sweet. Her jewelry is fun, and she was amazing to have at SIF last year. Two more.
I am just so excited for this.
So some of you know that, like, you know, I might be a gothy type of girl sometimes, but I love myself a Taylor Swift album. And this girl, her name's Allie, does a bunch of Taylor Swift related content. So whenever I feel the need to indulge it, Taylor Swift isn't something that I tend to do on the internet. Like, I don't pursue content for it because I just enjoy listening to my music and just vibing by myself, or vibing with my friends who also like the music. But every once in a while, I'll watch a video on it, and for the most part, it's usually hers. It was really fun during the Eras Tour time period where people were just celebrating a ton. So she's fun if you like Taylor Swift. Ah, yes, the tabs is what brought us here. All right, last tab of the day, and then I guess we'll have to come back for this if you guys had fun here.
Today, I'm eating everything.
Try Guys. What a way to end. Try Guys at a theme park, which is a bunch of my favorite things. Discovering cool things at theme parks, and also the Try Guys, because they're just, you know, insanely awesome people. What a way to end. So that is where we're going to call the stream for today. We've been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes because we had the issue of figuring out what was up with the sound at the start of this. But there you have it. If you guys want to go through the rest of these tabs, that is something we can do. But I would love to know what else you would like to do. I like the just chatting kind of thing. And, you know, if we can get through a couple more of these tabs, we'll go through some of those YouTube playables. Hard to tell where we're at. If you want an idea about the journey that we're on, ooh, okay. So if you want an idea of the journey that we're on, friends, I have to move it on the other way. This is where we're at. So we have gone through, I don't know how many tabs today. And then we actually get to some that don't tell me what they are. And that's not the end, I don't think. So, yeah, if you guys had fun, we'll do this again sometime. Thank you guys for tuning in. The VOD will be up in the next day or two, but I'll post about it on Instagram, or you can subscribe to the VOD channel, and then this one is available wherever. Can you recommend things in the future? Yeah, for sure. A good place to do that is either here in chat or over on Instagram. And if you want, I can put a poll up on Instagram stories in the next couple days about what are other things you recommend to do on stream, or what would you like to see? I like hangout streams, and they're fun to not make everything gaming because if you didn't know, I'm bad at games, and eventually I will be better. So, woo! I don't want to know, but yes, thank you for sitting with me and accepting me for the tab monster that I am. We love to see it. And I will see you all the next time, but we're going to use our Lorify music to see us out. All right. See you later, friends.